jump. Comedian Viola, Colonel Spare, and all the distinguished vets in the room today, good morning. It is my privilege to be here, and I'm honored to be here among this special group of people, American veterans. I'd like to thank the Township of Polk Sneck for giving me this opportunity to speak. I salute you for your strong commitment to our veterans. I want to begin today by recognizing all those who are among us who have been a part of the great brotherhood and sisterhood of the United States military, our veterans, the active duty service members, any guardsmen, reservists. It is your service and sacrifice that has kept our country safe and free. If you're able to, please stand and be recognized again so we can give you a round of applause. Again, my name is Coppola. I am a major in the New Jersey Army National Guard and a commander of the Fighting 50th Finance Unit out of Somerset, New Jersey. I've been a resident here in New Jersey for about 30 years, and I recently got married and moved out to uproot myself. Me and my wife, my beautiful wife Marcy, uprooted ourselves to where we now are in Hamilton. Also with us is our 12-year-old son, a blue-eyed Siberian Husky. As I was preparing my remarks for today's ceremony, I reflected on the many wars fought, the campaigns launched, the various battles, and the multitude of deployments both near and abroad. Most prominently, I thought about today and its influence in history. We're all familiar with this. On the 11th hour of the 11th day, on the 11th month of 1918, the guns of both the victors and the vanquished fell silent, and the war to end all wars slipped into history. For the next 20 years, Armistice Day was observed to honor and remember more than 100,000 Americans who perished freeing the world of tyranny. Today, we celebrate Veterans Day, a day to honor not just the heroes of World War I, but the tens of millions of men and women who have served our nation in times of peace and those who have died, and to remember those who never returned, and to also remember those who are here with us today. Their service and sacrifice from the gas-filled trenches of World War I to the mountains of Afghanistan and the deserts of Iraq chronicle much of the history of the century just passed and the ones now well underway. Yet, while technology of the war has changed considerably over the years, America's most valuable military asset has remained the same: the character and courage of our men and women in our uniform. As President Ronald Reagan once said during a dedication of the Vietnam Memorial on November 11, 1988, "Our liberty, our values, and all for which America stands is safe today because of the brave men and women who have been ready to face fire at freedom's front." But World War I was important not only for other reasons as well. It was a seminal event in our history that set the United States on the path to becoming a world superpower. It had a huge impact on our culture and the technology of the world. It ushered in a single lasting revolution in military tactics and technology. It shaped global history, fundamentally changed our worldview from within our borders, and set the stage for America's sequence for future conflicts. This year, we mark the 100th anniversary of the end of the war to end all wars. It is also important to note that our nation is again entering in another period of consequence, and in many ways as great as any we have ever faced. For the first time since the end of the Cold War, the United States military and technology is dominating, but is being challenged and contested by those who seek to uprise it. United States operations across every domain is being challenged. Air, land, sea, space, and cyberspace, which I'm sure many of you didn't even think that we'd be on those battlefronts, are being challenged. And like the revolution, the tactics and technology that participated by World War I, these challenges have the potential to expand the modern battlefield beyond anything we've ever known. As a commander of a finance unit, I am challenged to meet these threats of the changing environment. America's military is moving to a new model of operational readiness that will build and sustain the most capable, combat-ready, and lethal force in history. Yet, while a century has passed since the United States entered the Great War, the importance of our armed forces families, communities, and employers has not diminished. We remember not only the soldiers who fought, but the families and communities who have played no small role in the victory that was achieved for the nation and the world on that day in November so long ago. So to all of them, we owe a debt that we can never repay. So on this Veterans Day, let us honor and remember all those who served our nation. It is a privilege to be with all of you today and to have this opportunity to thank both the millions of soldiers who have continued to serve and the millions of Americans who make the service possible. May God bless you, the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, the law enforcement, emergency medical services, and our great nation. Happy Veterans Day, everybody. God bless you.